Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to discuss the next question of our agriculture optional answer writing practice series, and the question for today is give a concise account of merits and demerits of mass selection. So we have to discuss about the merits and demerits of mass selection. So let's see how we can approach the answer. So in the introduction part, obviously we can define what mass selection is. So let's do that. So what mass selection is? It is a breeding method in which individual plants, it is a breeding method in which individual plants individual plants with desirable traits and are selected based on phenotype with individual plant with desired phenotype. This phenotype are selected with desired, not phenotype, individual plant with desired traits or desirable traits are selected based on phenotype are selected based on phenotype. Their seeds are bulked together. Their seeds are bulked together, and the next generation is grown from this bulk seed, and next generation is grown from these bulked seeds. So see what happens. Suppose there is a crop, okay, there is a crop or there is a vegetable crop, let it be, and the size of the vegetables are big and smooth, and we want these big sized vegetables. So what we will do, we will select the plants with desirable phenotypes. Instead of knowing about the genes which why the flowers are big or why the fruits are big, we will select the seeds of those desirable plants which we can see by appearance, that is which we are able to see the phenotype. After selecting the seeds of those plants, we will bulk those seeds, okay, we will take all these seeds together and simply we will grow for the next generation, and we will get some good plants or some bad plants, and then we keep out revising. We will remove the bad plants, we will keep the good plants, and after 1 2 generations we will get the best of best some plants. So this is what mass selection is. Okay, so what process it follows? Here, first of all, we will select numerous superior plants based on external traits. Okay, external traits could be either yield, either could be disease resistance, anything. So we will select numerous superior plants. Okay, suppose there are let it be hundreds of superior plants based on their external traits. We will then harvest and bulk seeds from those selected plants. As we have discussed here, we will bulk seeds from those selected plants. Okay, and then grow the next generation from that bulk seed. And after bulk seed, we will grow the next generation and repeat the process for over successive generations to stabilize the traits. So after successive generation, because after first generation there will be some good plants, but there will be some also bad plants. So we will remove these bad plants and repeat the process for successive generation. We will take seeds from these plants and again grow. Feel there again there will be some good and some bad plants. Again we will take the seeds from good plants, remove bad plants, and again grow. So after some generations, you will see that the process will stabilize and the traits will stabilize. So we will get our mass selected variety. So this is what mass selection is. I hope you are able to understand. Now what are the merits of mass selection? So from here we are going to enter the body. Merits of mass selection. First of all, yes, it is simple and cost effective. Because it doesn't takes the use of any specialized techniques or equipment. You can see here only we are just selecting the plants, bulking the seeds and growing generation after generation to get stabilized results, and that too on basis of phenotypes, that too basis on appearance. Okay, the characters which we are able to observe instead of genes. So here there is no specialized equipment or a kind of mechanization or any kind of technique is required, no special techniques, so that is why it makes it simple and cost effective. Secondly, it can be very much helpful in improvement of local varieties. Local varieties, especially land races, land races, traditional varieties. So we can get the superior qualities of these traditional varieties only. Okay, so that could be done. We can maintain the genetic diversity, maintenance of genetic diversity, genetic diversity. So genetic diversity can be maintained because here you can see that we are mixing the seeds of various plants. Okay, there are a lot of superior plants. So it maintains genetic diversity. Instead of one type of genes, there are several genes coming from the several plants. So genetic diversity is maintained. Next, stable performance. Why stable performance? Because due to genetic heterogeneity. Okay, because there is genetic diversity, there is genetic heterogeneity, so the plant will perform well under a variable environment. Suppose there is only one gene in plant, so it will only support a single type of environment or some simple a single 1 to 3 type of environment. So if that environment is doesn't provided to it, it will fail. But a plant with several genes, genetic diversity, genetic heterogeneity, there will be some gene would it be growing, helping it to grow in dry areas also. There would be some genes which would be helping it to grow into humid areas also. So the stability of these plants in all the environments is good. They perform well in all the environments. Useful for traits with high heritability. Useful for traits with high heritability. Okay, so what happens then when the selective traits are controlled by here additive genes? So we when you have when we have studied about heritability, we have learned about additive and non-additive genes. So you should refer those concepts if you are not understanding what heritability is. Kind of it is a hybrid figure only. So here we can control the additive genes. The not control the additive genes. Sorry, the selected traits can be controlled by additive genes. So here the traits can be controlled by additive genes. So it can be useful for traits with high heritability. So these are the some of the merits, but there are certain demerits also, which we will also discuss. First of all, lack of genetic purity, because they are bulk from many plants, so uniformity is low. Okay, the uniformity will be low. So because they are bulk with many plants, okay, hundreds of good plants. So in some plants you will see that is good in disease resistance, some plants will be good in yield. So kind of uniformity lacks. Okay, there is limited use of complex traits, limited use of complex traits, because here we are just focusing on the phenotypic characters. So complex characters are difficult to be observed through it. Okay, phenotypic selection may be misleading. Okay, this phenotypic selection which we do here can be misleading. How it can be misleading? Because sometimes appearance doesn't only reflect that the genetic potential will be high. It are there are chances that the phenotypic performance of that certain crop is high, but in future generations the genetic performance could be very bad. So selection on phenotypic behavior or phenotypic characters is always risky. Obviously time consuming, it is time consuming, because here we are requiring multiple generations. We are bulking the seeds from till multiple generations, okay, to get the stable results. We can see here that here seeds have been generated through multiple generations, bulked through multiple generations, so it takes a lot of time, and it is not suitable for hybrid seed production. It is not always suitable for hybrid seed, okay, because they always do not exploit heterosis. They can maintain heterosis, but exploiting heterosis is very difficult for them. So you should remember these points. I think these 4 5 demerits are more than enough. You can write some examples here, that some self-pollinated crops such as where bulk, where this where this mask breeding is generally used, can be wheat, barley. In cross pollination, it is used in maize, pearl, millet, and generally we use for it for population improvements. Population improvements. So these are the things which you can mention in merits, demerits. So I hope you are able to understand what mass selection is, what are its merits, and what are its demerits. And you can write a conclusion. Obviously, you can write you can mention some of the varieties in conclusion of mass selection. You can mention how it can be effective in providing us in good potential breeds also, and also in maintaining the genetic viability. So it can be doing both the things together. So that is all for today. If you like it, please press the like button, please do share, and please do subscribe. It takes a lot of hard work to make such videos for you on regular basis, and if you like, if you share, if you subscribe, it motivates us to make more such videos for you regularly. So that is all for today. Have a nice day. Thank you.